Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Today, Felicia was in court, and today we're talking about the Jayden Spicer case. Took a turn no one expected. A single revelation that we learned that I'm going to tell you, buried until now, changes the way we see everything. It's extremely disturbing. It's very heartbreaking, and it raises new questions about what really happened. Tonight, we're going to walk through exactly what we learned and why it's the most chilling update yet. And we're going to get to all of that on the other side of this.
Come along with me. Together with the truth you'll see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the light and share the vibe. Crush those pearls, let's take the ride. Hell is here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Spreading truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the light and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Come in here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Every laugh
Of
we
course,
lift
we'll
our
pray for you,
hearts.
Nancy.
In
Absolutely.
the search, we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the light and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Come in here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear.
The pearls were bound together through the storm and darkest weather. We search high, we search low, together everywhere we go. Justin's here and he's going live with the best fans by my side. We're a family, we hold strong. Together we can right the wrong. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we We shine like stars, searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community. In the night or in the day, girls will light and lead the way. Justice heart and your support, together we will hold the fort. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care.
Click play and come along with me. Together with the truth you see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear.
Well, hello, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is August 14th, 2025. It is currently 10:47 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Hello. Hey, Dawn, y'all. Good to see you all. Really, really do appreciate you all. You guys are amazing, amazing. There is a lot to talk about today. A lot. Before we get started, if you would do me a favor here on the live and my replay crew, how you doing? Please hit that thumbs up button. Would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Comment down below. And if you will be extra generous and share this live out, I would really, really appreciate that. Okay, guys. We learned a lot of very, very disturbing details today. We've got a lot to cover tonight. A lot. So there's Nancy Grace, our girl Nancy. She has got some things to say. She's got some things to say. Nancy, praying for you, hoping all is well with you, my friend. And what else? Our friends over at Hatfield and McCoy Museum, wonderful channel. They have an update about all of this as well, and you want to see, I want you to go over there and watch all of it. Link is provided down in the description for everything we play today as well. So make sure you go over there and subscribe and watch all of it. We're going to watch some bits of it here. And Felicia was in court today looking like the demon that she is. And I'm going to give you a trigger warning. What was told to our friend Burton today is unimaginable. It is even worse than, it's just worse. You know, typically whenever someone has a loved one, even that they kill, they will generally bury them in a respectable way, if that makes sense. They might put them in a tote or whatever. And when I say respectable, I mean more so because you know them, right? This is not what happened to Jayden. This is not what happened to Jayden. So I want to give you a big trigger warning about what I'm going to tell you. It's a lot. A lot. And let me pull it up here real quick. Did I have it? Okay, let me just pull it up right here. Show you pictures of old girl in the court today. We might as well get real fucking comfortable. I don't think she'll be able to meet bond, which is fantastic in my opinion. Burton Staggs said, let me find it, just bear with me. I think it was Burton. Okay. Here it is. Thank you so much for becoming a member, my dear. 1 second. Thank you so much, Nanette, for 4 months. Really do appreciate you. Love it here. We love you, darling. Thank you so much. Appreciate you going. And Dee Dee, welcome to the Pearl family. Really do appreciate you. Y'all welcome Miss Dee Dee coming on down. Thank you so much, Miss Dee Dee. Appreciate you very much. Very much. Okay. Trigger warning. Felicia Gross, the last name fits her perfectly, admitted to giving little Jayden Spicer a fatal overdose. That's bad, right? It's bad that that's not it. if there's any shred of decency here, it's that she at least confessed and led law enforcement to his tiny body. But the horror doesn't stop there. My understanding is his small legs were broken so he could be stuffed into a crude, shallow hole. That's why she's facing a mutilation of a corpse charge. Let that sink in. The murder of a child by their own mother is the kind of evil that makes your stomach turn. That includes harm by either parent. Yeah. The depravity that they did. We don't know that he was actually overdosed. We'll know once we get the toxicology. That'll tell us right there. But they broke this baby's legs, and I do not for a minute, I'm gonna start screaming, think that this witch did this by herself. I absolutely don't. I absolutely don't. There is no fucking way. There is no way. I don't think she did crazy. I don't know. We'll find out. It takes a lot of energy to dig a grave. If it's dug, a 3x6, which is what it's supposed to be. They dug, from what I understand, just almost a hole, just like up and down, like very not the right way. Break a bone, kids are flexible. Yeah, I mean, but it's, I just don't know. I really don't, guys. It takes a lot of force to break a bone. A lot of force to break a bone. In fact, what's the force needed to break a leg bone of a 10-year-old? For a femur, the thigh, 450 to 900 pounds of force. The lower leg, 340 to 675 pounds. Yeah. Think about that. This child, and to be honest with you, I think he was probably malnourished the last few months of his life, so I don't think that. Fuck yeah, she had help. Nasty witch. I tell you something, they both deserve death penalty, in my opinion. I know. It's bad. It's really bad. My search history, yeah. Thinking about, yeah. But I am sitting here listening to while sorting new clothes for a baby shower. I know. Are they really getting it is going to be upgraded. It's going to be upgraded. So let's look at this for a second before we get into all of this stuff, because we got a lot to cover. False imprisonment of incident to false report of an incident to law enforcement, manslaughter, second degree, tampering with physical evidence, abuse of corpse. And there is nobody that deserves it more than you trifling bitch. Doing that to your baby. You don't even have a heart. You don't even have a heart. Okay, we're going to watch Nancy, but I want you guys to see this. I want you guys to see some of this. This is where when we were searching for Jayden, again, this is by our friends at Hatfield and McCoy's Museum. Great couple, great channel. He is former law enforcement of 40 years, something like that. Thank you, Lee, for hitting that thumbs up button. Really do appreciate that. Thank you, my friend. Oh, it is. And what those other kids had to witness. What those other kids have been through. But this is the thing. These parents normally single out one. Right? One. Rad vibes. She's really not. I promise you. It's just TV is all it is. I promise. She's really nothing like that. But whoever gave that baby should be sitting in jail with her. A lot of people feel that way.
Fred and Sheila search, because they've made a path down here, and that's what you've got to do. You've got to go where nobody else would have gone. No.
Watch this. They find some stuff, guys. It's crazy.
No. But I'm like you. You talk about a place for a cabin as a kid to play in. Now, guys, this place has been searched. You can look. Like I said, I ain't no Indian. You don't have to be an Indian to see that this place has been trampled down. Either by dogs or... What's that over there, punk? Is that an old building or a well? I'll be right back. Oh. That's just some scrap wood, but it's right here behind his trailer.
You and me both, me and you.
Now you want to know where the copperheads are? There's their trailer on the other side of that board.
Look at this. I guess apparently like an old house set here at one time across, this is just a tetanus infection waiting to happen, it really is.
That's where the snakes are.
Damn right.
Here in Eastern Kentucky.
Nope. This is where I got to disagree with you. I would rather find the snakes underneath that wood pile than deal with that snake in that trailer. Those two snakes in that trailer any effing day than I would anything else. I'd rather deal with the snakes underneath there of that wood pile any day. I hate snakes, but I tell you what, someone that does this to their kid, I mean, she's got 6, 7 children here. A brown recluse spider? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, Jayden.
We're headed in right there. They lovely animal.
Watch what they find
man.
here.
Guys, I don't know.
Yes, Sharon.
Uh-uh.
Can't stand snakes. They
No.
freak me the hell out.
No, just a pile of lumber.
Hey, what's this over here?
All right. Come down. You want me to come down farther?
Yeah.
I'm in a
Don't cut that tree down.
Absolutely.
snake's den here, baby. Oh, God.
You see that over there? What is that?
Bunch of...
So, Marla, Felicia has 3 boys with the guy she's with now. She has Jayden, and Jayden has 2 sisters, so that's 6. And that Samantha had them for a minute after Grandma died. And then, from what I understand, allegedly Samantha gave Jayden back because one of the sisters said, allegedly, I'll say, that he was too hard to handle. So we gave him back.
Mattress? All torn up.
I see a shirt there.
Yeah, he's got a bad back too, and he's out here tracking.
Don't know what that is.
God bless him. God bless this man. God bless them both.
Looks like maybe a dog has torn
That's
an
right.
old car seat or something apart, maybe, or maybe somebody. I have a feeling they've done a thorough.
Felicia is the type of person, in my opinion, that would throw a baby in a dumpster. I think they'll have her. I think they need to, yeah. They probably have her DNA already. I was going to say they probably need to run her DNA through CODIS to see if there's any, babies in the area that she's dumped before that she doesn't want to deal with. She is all about herself. Both of them are. Unbelievable what we learned today. Unbelievable. One thing to kill your child. Another thing to lie about it. Another thing to go to the police, right? And say, I don't know where he is. And then admitting it. And then knowing that both of his legs were broke because you can fold your child up in his grave. Not even with any dignity. You evil bitch. You are evil.
Search here, probably due to Fred and Sheila a few months back. They didn't want the same thing to happen again, and that's great. I'm glad they've done a
Evil.
thorough search. We're proud of them. See, don't want to put them down all the time. I just don't like them. Just like, where you at? Just like when we used to tell them about the birds, they didn't want to hear it. We told them about them clothes. They still haven't come up here. They didn't come to McDonald's and talk to us.
Well, I think that they will know. How can I say this? Someone said they don't believe that's how his legs got broken. Why? I can tell you just by my previous jobs of working in funeral homes and dealing with similar issues. The way, I gotta say, careful how I say this, but the way they would break his legs, the way that they are naturally going to lay after they're broke, and in the position that they're in, like you push something down and it snaps, and you put the lid on it, that's how it's going to remain there, so that they will know if his legs are broke, because to fit him in, if that makes sense. Well, yes, Brandy, I didn't say that, but yes. So you're right. It sounds like rigor happens within the first, it can start pretty early after death, but it's usually 6 hours plus when rigor sets in, and it lasts about 48 hours. And when that happens, it's very difficult. Very, very, very difficult. So, yeah. So it sounds like to me that within that time frame, just by, there can be two reasons that they didn't, they were just flat out lazy and didn't want to dig anymore, or rigor. Josh is not in jail, at least yet. Right. That's right, Liberty. You're exactly right.
And the clothes are still there when we pulled up. Babe, watch for snakes. Let me go in front of you.
Yes, guys.
I got my boots on, but I was just looking to see if there was
And
something.
people in McDonald's thought you was looking for a nightclub, a place to happen.
Yeah,
Them jeans and boots.
boots on up.
They didn't know. They didn't know she'd been out walking through the woods looking for somebody.
Right.
My phone's going dead punk. Let's turn these off.
Okay.
And let's go on up through here.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
I agree.
Batteries are about dead, guys.
1,000%.
It may kick off.
1,000%.
It may kick off anytime. We're coming back out of the holler above Jayden's trailer.
I'm curious where this went.
All right, guys, watch this.
That's
It's
us
just a
parked
little
over
bit up.
there.
Okay, here we
Across
go.
through
Watch this.
Mr. Couch.
Watch this right
You'll
here.
never know. And there's where I was at a while ago.
Oh, okay.
Look here, Sheila.
Look at all these.
What the look at all of these clothes. I wonder if all these clothes was his. I don't know about you, but I've never seen clothes in the middle of a damn field before. That's a lot of clothes. I mean, Felicia, I know you just got those clothing vouchers, but I'm sure you sold them. To me, in my opinion, if one of these were Jayden's, I would try to get, well, they're already getting her with tampering with evidence, but they can do another charge, in my opinion. This is weird. From the tote, I wonder. More clothes than the Goodwill. Mm-hmm. Bingo. Bingo. Yes. Take it to Goodwill. Take it to, yeah. To me, this looks like they laid them out to burn them. I think they're with family.
Oh,
Well, someone said that. What do you mean they can't be Jayden's Reebok? Why can't they? Is Reebok still a brand? Like, is it still out there? Can't be Jayden's Zoom in Reebok XL shirt. Well, you know, I think of Daniel, you know, who, in my opinion, this is a different case for Jack and Lily Sullivan's, but in my opinion, he doesn't like to talk about those two sweaters, and he ditched them, in my opinion. So maybe that was part of it as well. I don't know. But this isn't normal. Jayden was not seen after he was dropped off with Felicia. Yep, that's what I said, Teresa. Like a burned pile of clothes ready to be burned. That's exactly. They're going to put the gas on him and light the damn match. Bingo. I mean, why else? Why else would this be? And it's kind of it's on the other side of the. It's on the other side of the road, right? It's back behind grasses. There's this big ass pile of clothes, and this. She had her son for a month and murdered him. Maybe not even a month. Justin, Walmart sells Reebok. I love Reebok. Whatever Reebok was. Oh, it's definitely recent. No dirt or mess. Yeah, definitely recent. Oh yeah. Hold on, I want to check something out here. I find this interesting as well. This grass is cut shorter here, and it's all long through here.
Said a while ago.
oh, okay.
Look here, Sheila.
Just weird that they do that. Very weird.
Look at all these clothes.
It's a burn
What's
pile.
the deal here? Is that where they moved him out of
Gotta be.
Grandma's house?
Mm.
Because these are.
What's the mixture?
Hold on. These ain't even been wet, babe.
Now that's a kid's toy clothes.
These ain't even been wet. Why is that?
I don't know.
What's these clothes doing out here? Hold on. Grandma's bought them at. That's a Carhartt. That's a $100 jacket. $100 kids jacket.
Yeah, look at that Carhartt. Do you know how much Carhartts cost? They're expensive. Carhartts are expensive. Why would you have a Carhartt? Like, you could sell that online. It's a good jacket. Nothing wrong with it. Yes, it's a real brand Carhartt. You know, that could keep a child warm this winter. Not that she cares about children, obviously.
I don't know how much it costs. A Carhartt's expensive.
Very expensive.
Teddy bear. Look at there.
Oh.
Yep. No doubt that little boy has played with that. Look here. There's his boxers.
Oh.
Something ain't right.
Yep.
Why would them clothes be out here thrown away?
There's a bunch. What's up through here? Just a
No,
building?
that's just trash there. That's just their trash here. Right here is the. This is your suspicious. Hold that.
Got it.
Oh,
There's a lot more.
this is your suspicious.
Look out back of the car.
He gave us permission to look around, guys. So we're going to look. He says that no problem. So which should be his response. So let's take him at his word. Nothing to hide, and let's just look around.
You had nothing to hide.
Ask and it will be given. Seek and you will find. Knock and
Praise
the door
the
will be
Lord.
open. Matthew 7.
And it
7.
was.
They probably won't keep that good Bible verse there. Probably don't want to throw that away.
Yeah.
You done threw the Bible verse away, girl. You done threw the Bible verse away. Look at all the clothes.
I don't know if this.
What the hell do they? I mean, yeah, booster seat. Yeah. Why would? I mean, do they just get clothes and they just throw it out in the damn yard? Grandma took good care. I know. God bless the woman. God bless her.
It's the stuff that's come from Grandma's house. Oh.
That's what I was wondering. Did all this stuff come from Grandma's house?
Blessed is the man who trusts and hope in the
Lord.
Lord. I assume you'd think I would know that. Or Sheila for sure. Blessed is the man who trusts and hope in the Lord. I know they don't want to throw that away. That's probably there by mistake.
Bless him. It was not there by mistake. It was not there by mistake. If it looks anything like the evil mother from hell, all this was Grandma's. That's what I said. I said, I hope that Jayden and his grandma get to the highest level of heaven.
That's two good Bible verses.
They got
What
a
do you
big
think,
yard
Doc?
back there.
I think it's really weird.
There's the back
There's
door.
that.
I don't know where his
Oh,
house
this
is
is the
at.
back porch. This is the back porch, y'all. What is that? KMC Wheels. What is KMC Wheels XD series? KMC Wheels XD series. Oh. Those are rims that are anywhere from $227 to $442 per rim. Huh. It's probably selling dope, slinging dope, selling, probably stealing rims somewhere. I don't know, from a car place or something. I don't know.
From in there.
Yep, there's tires also. Yep.
Big old nice blower. Steel blower, gas operated.
You know that trailer's fucked inside, right? I mean, look at that door.
Blower there underneath all that junk.
Oh, I wish he would have looked in the windows.
Steel blower, gas operated blower there underneath all that junk.
I mean, look underneath the window there. That looks like Don Wells piping. Look at that, guys. Look at that down there. That looks like Don Wells plumbing. Don's been advertising lately. Justin Nosy neighbor, you damn right I am. Look at
blower, gas operated blower there underneath.
Oh, look at, there's even boxes behind there. There's all kinds of trash behind there even. Scratch off tickets.
Blower, gas operated blower there underneath all that junk.
Look at that piping. That's Don Wells piping. That's why your water freezes, sir. You ain't got no skirting around it. Get you some skirting and tell Don not to do your plumbing. Oh, I'm sure. Never mind, I'm not going to say.
I don't know how in the world he saw us over earlier, babe.
I don't think he knew. I think his foreman said we were.
No, he's
What's sad is there was a big stir in that house in the last month. And Jayden most likely died in that house, that trailer. And I pray to God, but I have a really bad feeling that those other kids did not see that. We gotta laugh sometimes. We really do. It gets so heavy. I gotta make y'all laugh sometimes. She looks beaten up in her mugshot. Oh, honey, she will be by the. She probably is by now, honey. I'm checking my clock. Yep, she probably is by now. Sherry Lynn, I hope not either. But I don't know.
he was looking right at us.
This is the mom and dad's trailer.
Hey, baby. Hey, girl.
Holy shit! Look underneath that porch. Look at the trash.
Hey, baby.
Do they? I wonder. Do they rent or do they own? Do they rent or do they own? You know, those kids would be terrified of it. Well, I'm sure he treated his kids better than they did Jayden, but probably not by much.
Baby. Hey, girl. Hey, look here.
All the fucking trash.
What a motorcycle.
I wonder how long they lived here.
Right. Had a nice little toy there. I mean, I see several toys for kids. Anything's possible, guys. Anything is possible. Look at that motorcycle on the front. Let me have my stick. Sorry about that.
Big yard.
See that motorcycle? That's $1,000 at Tractor Supply. That was a play.
I think that dog and Janie's old dog would get along real good.
A play area.
Okay.
Truck tags expired in, is it 17? That truck been there since August of 17.
Look at that. That is bad. Look at all the plastic bottles. Like, you're just asking for, you live in the middle of nowhere anyways, and there's going to be all kinds of bugs and stuff, but the bees and the rodents, yes. You know, because there's a creek right there, and the mice and the rats love the creeks. I hate a rat. Can't stand them. Cannot stand a rat or a snake. And you know that they just burrowed up in that motor and those bottles and all that. Ugh. Lord have mercy.
All right, guys. Sheila and I have done about all we can do. We're going to go down here and regroup and see if we want to spend the night. Come back in the morning. One thing we can say about this part here, it's been searched over here, ain't it, baby?
Yeah.
This side over here, it looks like it has been searched. Now, how far up and how far back, we don't know, but
I want to know when this happened to Jayden. When was he taken out of there? When did this happen? And who did it? Because I don't believe it was medicine. I don't believe it was medicine. He might have gotten in some drugs because he was hungry. Thought that they were candy maybe or something. But I don't believe. I really don't. I think someone got physical.
over there's the side that confuses me with just that 2 footprints and then that bag of clothes. He said, we'll go back and listen to the tape, won't we, babe?
Yeah.
We'll go back and listen to the tape, but it seems like he told us that the state police got that bag of clothes and brought them up there and threw them over there. Can you see that?
Hey, Daniel. Are you watching? Is this what you look through? Culverts? Justin, you had mentioned August 4th was the last possible proof of life, or was it July 3rd? So I relayed the message, but the Shay lady, she said that the last time Samantha heard or spoke to Jayden was July 3rd. And I don't know. I mean, something could have happened after. I just felt like the 4th of July. Because there's people, it's the 1st of the month. And in Appalachia, people knows what that means. Okay. That's when the economy booms. Everybody gets their checks. Everybody gets paid. The 1st of the month, right? And what does that mean for Ruggies? That means they got a holiday, they got paid, and they got drugs. And bad things can happen. Oh, it does. I mean, listen, I've been to a lot of states, Linda. You're right. It does. But let me tell you something. Listen, I'm from Appalachia. I've been all over this world. Been all over the United States. It's different in Appalachia. It is bumpered. It's the only time of month that it's bumper to bumper in Appalachia. I'm not serious. Everybody, like, it's the only time it's bumper to bumper. So, Aunt seemed to love him very much. Yes. I mean, you know, when it comes to Samantha, like, I don't think, I really don't think that she thought he was going to be harmed or anything, right? Justin, I saw a new clip of a pew pew that was found. Is that true? I haven't seen a clip, Nicole, but I have heard that there was some pew pew found in the yard. So there's that.
Can you
Check
see?
inside those things there where you're standing. There's one that's hanging on.
Can you see the state police? You guys see anything? Right, tell me, because my back can't get down there.
Sorry.
No, I've had it. I've had it.
That's Veronica. Good to see you, Veronica.
He said,
He's retired.
when we asked him about them clothes, he said the state police got them from a trailer down there.
Why would the state police get those from a trailer down there and bring them up to where a child went missing and just throw them there? That makes no sense whatsoever at all. Why would that happen? He had to have lied, Kim. Had to have. I mean, you know, he lied straight to him and said that Jayden was not going to school because of health reasons. Well, you're right, because you killed him. He was in a grave. But he should have been entering the 4th grade. By the way, I need to show you guys a very cool couple photos. Remind me.
Trailer down where? Because you asked what, from the grandmother's house? Did she live down there?
I said, did she live down here? He said, no, she lives over
in Canoe. I remember coming through Canoe on the way here.
That is a ways away.
Wow.
Why would the state police come up here and dump his clothing along with that piece of notebook paper? That piece of
They would not.
notebook paper to me may not be nothing, but I would like to know if that piece of notebook paper come out of the same
Bingo.
paper that she wrote that note on. If it did,
Bingo.
then that means that stuff didn't come from Granny's, right? Why would Granny be doing with the notebook paper? Correct?
Correct.
That's my thinking. I could be wrong. Guys, here comes somebody up through here. After they get by,
It might be
we are going to
them.
load up
Yeah, and me too.
and go.
Someone's got some cleaning to do.
This way,
That'll be fine.
like that.
Yeah, I'll put my ribbon in there. Babe, what you got?
It's a puzzle to me.
This probably be 2 videos.
I think there's a little like shed out here. I want to go down through there and look.
Let's walk right down here, Pop. If you would.
She didn't do that by herself.
We're just going right here. I'll lock it, but we're just going right here.
I bet you right now Josh is quaking in his boots. I bet you his knees are knocking. It's knocking more than that motor was in that truck sitting in the yard. I think there were Jayden's clothes from Grandma's house. I do too. I think a lot of that was from Grandma's house. They probably cleaned it out. I bet you they had that Grandma's trailer cleaned out, half of the shit sold by the time her wake and funeral happened. Guaranteed.
Yeah. I know what you're saying, though.
And do.
I always got to lock our doors.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you, love you too.
Hard to tell what you'll find in there. Sheila and I believe in the Second Amendment. We believe in protecting ourselves.
Thanks for liberty.
We believe everybody should protect themselves and their families and strangers.
Yeah, it would not surprise me if I can't say it, people. It wouldn't surprise me if Josh is probably trying to get south of the border right now. What is your name, señorita? He's probably a señorita right now. Josh is running south of the border, trying to run his ass off. I bet Josh is out of state. Wouldn't surprise me. Would not surprise me at all. Oh my gosh, Untamed, that is so generous of you. Thank you so much, my friend. Good to see you. Thank you so very much. Hopefully you are well, Untamed. If you received one of those memberships, if you received one of those memberships, make sure you thank our dear friend Untamed Cookie Gaming. Thank you so much, my friend. Good to see you. Hopefully you are well. I just saw something. Thank you so much. Make sure you guys thank Untamed. That's very kind of him. Sorry. What was that question? Oh, does Josh have kids? Yeah, he has 3. They have 3 kids together in that trailer. 3. That's a lot.
If it comes about, yeah, I'm coming.
They're official now, thanks to Untamed.
Strangers, if they ain't able to protect themselves and their lives are in imminent danger of serious physical injury or death.
He doesn't have the kid.
Yeah.
No, I don't think. No,
you think this is just a travel path, or you think they've searched this? Oh. Don't come in here, babe. Don't come in here.
They're so cute together.
What's on the other side?
Baby, I can't tell you. I'll tell you what they've done. They've sent a dog in here, probably. But again, can't always go with that because they said they sent the dog. Jayden! Hey, Jayden! Hey, Jayden! I wish he'd say, yeah. What can I do for you? I know it seems odd, guys. Us looking beside the road, us looking places, and you're thinking, what are they looking there for? He's probably up in the woods, and very well could be. Huh?
Dollar store bag with underwear in it.
He very well could be in the woods. He could very well be 4 counties away. But sometimes you just have to go where the Lord leads you. Sometimes you just get out and you don't know why you're going in this direction or that direction. You just go.
I love their faith and that they keep the faith and that they keep going. He's got a bad back, not in the best health. And he is out here looking. God bless him. Really, God bless him. Thank you, Serenity. Good to see you, my dear. How you doing? If nothing else, Josh will be arrested for knowing what happened and not saying anything. But I'm sure he was more involved. There's not a doubt in my mind. In my opinion, at least. Josh stopped the interview when they started asking too many questions. He's like, yeah, I gotta go. I got things to do, man. I got things to do. You know what I mean? So I can't stay too long. You know what I mean, man? The hell? What? Yeah, God forbid you talk on a camera about your stepson that's, missing, and your wife allegedly broke his legs so she could literally put him in the grave. Evil witch. Evil witch. To give a kid back to an addict mother in a home that looks like that, you know they are no damn way to. Yeah. Yeah, 2646. If you didn't hear, trigger warning. Today we learned the following. Let me find it. It's really bad. Really bad. Well, I'll just say this. We learned that, trigger warning, that Jayden's remains were found his legs were broken so they could fold him up and stuff him in the tote and stuff him into a hole. Yeah. Yeah. I think the same thing should be done to both of them, my opinion. But let's see here. Guys, I want y'all to watch the rest of this. Again, Hatfield and McCoy Museum. Great channel. It is linked down in the description. You'll want to see it. You really will. Now we're going to go to our friend Nancy Grace. I'm so glad she did this case. Really glad. Listen, there is nobody more deserving of the death penalty, in my opinion, than those two. Even though one is not even arrested yet. Who found where he was buried again? Well, one of the neighbors called because they allegedly was smelling something. And she also admitted as well. Oh, let me show you this before we get to this. I just want to show you a couple brief things. Oh, by the way, Shannon Clemens Ritchie says, I cannot say enough about Trey Gemin. Many may not know if you were present at the Colton's funeral, but Trey and his team were responsible for Colton Custon's Mario villain casket. After speaking with Samantha, I called Trey and gave him the details and hooked him up with Jeff Hamilton. Jayden will receive a customized Spider-Man casket per Jayden's sister's request, completely free of charge. Thank you, Trey and Soulshine Industries. And if you haven't ever checked out their work, I highly suggest you do. And someone said I went snooping around and found a previous Spider-Man coffin he done in the past in case anyone was interested. Well, I hope y'all never have to, but and none of us do. But look at this. Some do casket wraps, some paint them. But yeah, this is a wrap. This is a casket wrap, yeah. That's sweet. God bless him. God bless him. Also, I've got some photos before we get to that. This stuff. I want to get this out of the way of this evil bitch. I get so frustrated. You know what really frustrates me? We love Jayden and we want him safe at home. Please, if anyone see my son, Jayden Spicer, please report it to the Jackson Police Department. Thank you. We love him very much. Do the right thing. Call the police, please. Pray for us and my son, Jayden. Thank you. Makes me want to throw up. And it just goes to show you that statement analysis is so fucking true. Because the way it started out, we love Jayden. Okay, that's not the way you start out whenever your child is missing. And do the right thing. And she also said, please pray for us. She actually said, please pray for yous and my son, Jayden. Please pray for yous and my son, Jayden. Yeah. Ugh. Evil, 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 evil. I cannot even with this witch. Oh, before we get to Nancy Grace, let me just get these out of the way, guys. So, because I want to show you all these. I always try to give you guys new stuff every single live.
A bright little boy preparing for 4th grade is now frozen in time, forever 10 years old. It's a reality his aunts are having a hard time coming to terms with.
It's a nightmare. I just feel like I can't wait.
So, I don't think the charges have been upgraded yet. I think something was added. And where is Josh? Hopefully his ass is going to be in prison soon, is my opinion. I'm just waiting for that. I am just waiting for that. I am waiting to get a notification. Josh arrested. And we're going to go straight into breaking news when that happens. And we are going to celebrate for Jayden. These two fucking monsters are behind the bars.
I get from it doesn't.
Aunts are having a hard time coming to terms with.
It's a nightmare. I just feel like I can't wake up from. It doesn't seem real.
Jayden's mother, Felicia Gross, initially reported him missing on August 6th, begging for his safe return. State police used every resource to find him, and family members helped.
Thank you. I couldn't remember. There is they upgraded witness tampering times 2 because she told the children to lie. To lie. Her children, to lie. I'm not really either, Linda, to be honest with you. I'm not really either.
We spent hours up until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning out looking for Jayden. We was very dedicated. And to know that she knew where he was, that just, we can't stomach it.
According to an arrest citation, police found Jayden's remains in a tote buried in the woods in Jackson on Tuesday after Gross confessed and led troopers to his grave. A shocking outcome friends and family didn't see coming.
It's just heartbreaking. How can a mother do something like that?
Jayden Spicer, a bright little boy
You would have to ask your sister.
Preparing for 4th grade, is now frozen in time, forever 10 years old. It's a reality his aunts are having a hard time coming to terms with.
It's a nightmare. I just feel like I can't wake up from.
It's I bet it is a nightmare. Oh, I don't got my camera on. Look at this. Dun 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 dun. A plea of not guilty. She pleaded not guilty. Survey says you're full of shit. You are full of shit, ma'am. No. She pleaded not guilty. Says the woman that took them to the grave. Read shown comment. Okay. How far is it up? Justin, compare the most G-shot with court pick. What's G-shot? G-U-N? What do you mean? I think she should have responsibility too, to be honest with you. Oh, the mug shot. Okay. Okay, yeah. Oops. Right here. If you look closely, you can see she appeared via Zoom today. The case will move forward. She will appear in person next week. I'll be on WKYT News at noon with more. Yeah, manslaughter is not enough. I think there should be a thing. Well, there shouldn't be a thing, but there should be a law. Not manslaughter, child slaughter. You unalive your kid, death penalty every time. Do not collect $200. Go straight to jail, directly to jail. Don't collect $200. You're not getting your clothing vouchers, and you're going straight to lethal injection. That's my opinion, though. Everyone doesn't agree. I had some posts about the case. Oh, this is what I wanted to show you here before we get to Nancy again.
Disturbing details that we found in that arrest citation for Gross. We have now learned that the 10-year-old's mom, who we do expect to see in the courtroom today, got those charges by admitting to police that she gave him sleep medication that she believes caused him to have a medical emergency that killed him. We also learned that she took
the only way, in my opinion, sleeping medication, it would have to be like Xanax or something. That's the only thing. Like, if I don't think it's
Jayden's body to the woods in
toxicology,
buried him in a plastic tote. The citation says the mother got those witness tampering charges for admitting to coaching Jayden's siblings on what to say to officers when they were interviewed. This is a case that has caused heartbreak across the Commonwealth, bringing support for some of his family members from all over. At a vigil held in Breathitt County last night, Jayden's aunts, Samantha Brunty and Shy Sailors, said the days leading up to the finding of his body on Tuesday were some of the hardest days of their lives. Sailor says they worked closely with Kentucky State Police to help during the search. Community members say they'll continue to say his name to keep the memory of him alive as they do seek justice.
Justice is being served, and I just want to honor him. You know, he was a baby, but I'm just happy that he was found, and now he can be put to rest the proper way.
And once again, we do expect to see Mother Felicia Gross to see to those charges for the very first time today in the courtroom. That hearing will be held in Breathitt County at 9 o'clock. During Kristen.
Okay. And look at this. This is so sweet. Today at RGE, staff and students proudly wore blue to honor the memory of Jayden Spicer. That's sweet. For kids are specifically packaged to wear, a child cannot OD. Yeah. Yeah. It would be very, 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 I mean, to die, it cause organ damage. But here's that. Okay. Moving on. We are going to Mrs. Grace herself. Y'all. I cannot get that out of my head of what they found today. I just cannot at all.
Tonight, mommy begs for help, begging the public to help find her missing little boy, Jayden. Now, he's found in a shallow grave, and mommy is suspect number one. I'm Nancy Grace. This is Crime Stories. I want to thank you for being with us.
10-year-old Jayden Spicer goes missing in the dead of night. No witnesses, no screams, just a child gone without a sound.
First of all, who exactly is mommy?
No, I'm not playing that again. It gave me almost a strike. Hell no, I'm not playing that again.
Friend Ariel Hicks's YouTube, and I would like to see mommy at her finest again. Let's just roll that beautiful footage.
I'm not playing it again.
To
No,
the
Nancy.
missing child, just 10 years old. The world on its ear looking for Jayden, and this is where it starts. Listen.
A 10-year-old boy is missing, and the Kentucky State Police is asking for help to find him. Jayden Spicer was last seen Tuesday night at 9 p.m. when he went to bed and reported missing the next morning around 9:23 a.m. in the Panbull Branch Road area. Troopers and local search and rescue teams are asking the public for help. Jayden's 5 feet 1 inch tall, blonde hair, blue eyes, slim build. Last seen wearing a blue Sonic the Hedgehog pajama pants and a matching shirt.
The person that gave you life gave you death. That is a mind in itself. When you just sit and think about that.
When I think about my twins at age 10, so sweet, so innocent,
Yes.
just scrubbed in sunshine. What a wild goose chase. The pain so many people endured looking for this sweet little boy. Joining me, an all-star panel, as suddenly the Kentucky State Police do an about-face, a U-turn, coming to a screeching halt when they find this child's body buried in a shallow grave. Joining me first to Trooper Matt Gayhart with Kentucky State Police. The KSP worked this like dogs, using every possible means of detection. Trooper, I know you've covered a lot of missing children cases, and you have worked them tirelessly. When you find a child,
He did the Fletcher County with the judge. Fletcher County. What's their names? Fletcher County. That's all I can remember. I covered it. Fletcher County. The judge and the sheriff. He covered that. That's the first time I ever seen him. Mickey Steins. That's right. Mickey Steins.
obviously killed. in a shallow grave, not a child that gets lost in the forest, not a child that falls in the pool by accident or drowns in a river, all an accident, but buried in a shallow grave. That has got to be excruciating after all the hundreds of man hours you guys put into finding this child.
That's correct. You know, anytime you have a missing child, you go into it with the utmost hope that you're going to retrieve that child and bring him home safely. And to have an end like this is just absolutely tragic.
You're seeing shots of 10-year-old Jayden now, and the internet is saturated with them because seemingly the world joined in the search for this little boy. This as mommy begs for help. The whole time she knew where her child was. Listen.
Jayden's mother, Felicia Gross, is too anxious to speak with the media and asks police to share a letter instead. She writes, "We love Jayden and we want him safe at home. Please, if anyone sees my son, Jayden Spicer, please report it to the Jackson Police Department. Thank you. We love him very much. Please do the right thing. Call the police. Please pray for us and my son Jayden. Thank you."
Okay, sometimes, even now, I'm speechless. Pray for us. And the whole time, mommy, according to police,
Said the same
had
thing,
just
Nancy.
dug a hole to put her 10-year-old boy in. You know, Trooper Matt Gayhart, did anyone get suspicious when mommy would not give a public plea for help?
You know, as we were searching, you know,
Thank
the first
you.
full day of searching, it takes a little while to get all of your resources mobilized and on scene to start a conductive search. At that time and through this first full day of searching, we started to think that maybe he's not out there where we're looking.
Let me see the letter, please. I want to see the letter that mommy put
Looks like
up.
it was written by
This is a letter. Mommy refused to speak publicly and issue a plea for help. This is the letter she had police read. To Sydney Summer joining us, Crime Stories investigative reporter. What exactly happened right there?
The media was contacting Miss Felicia Gross, wanting her to come out and speak with them about her missing son, Jayden, and she didn't want to go on TV. So instead, she wrote this letter asking for help. She couldn't bring herself to be on TV because she had too much of a guilty conscience, because we know she wasn't camera shy. We watched the other video. She clearly is pretty confident in herself. So I'm thinking it was that guilty conscience.
There is no parent in the planet that, I don't care if you have stage fright, what the hell ever, you get over that like that. You have no problem being in front of the camera when your child is missing or one of your loved ones. No problem whatsoever. And you see these parents, they don't want to face the music. They don't want to face the music. Oh, is that what it is, Bubbly Beth? Really? Really? Is that what it is? Candace Wells 2.0. Well, we see this. It's literally 99.99% parents in the home. Yeah, it's usually by someone. It's usually by someone in the home or someone affiliated with them, someone that knows them. But children that age, they don't get far without being seen. Number one, they take the path of least resistance. Number two. Number three, they're found. They are found. And whenever you hear these cases, oh, I have not heard from my child in my home for 12 and a half hours. Sirens better be going off.
conscience knowing that she falsely reported her son missing and had people looking for him. She wasn't looking for him herself. And we know that Jayden has siblings, but Miss Felicia Gross wasn't out there looking for her own child. So I think that's why she may have been a little bit too nervous to go on TV.
Okay, you know what? I didn't know that. That's a new fact for me. Trooper Matt Gayhart joining us, helping to lead an exhaustive search for this child. Is that true? Is that true that not only did she not speak publicly, asking people to help find her child or encouraging all of the volunteers out there, she also did not search herself?
I did not witness her searching the immediate area at all.
Okay, Ben Powers, get ready. I hope you're ready for round one, Powers, veteran criminal defense attorney, and you can find him at legalpowers.com. Ben, you know what? You need to go ahead and finish that first book about how not to behave when you've done something horrible. And one of those, it reminds me of Scott Peterson. That's like eating a dirt sandwich, who wouldn't make a public plea for his wife's return and who also wouldn't go search for her. I mean,
just like Chris and Caitlin, also known as KK and Edgar, just like Dawn and Candace, just like Daniel and Malaya, they don't search. They're not out there begging, pleading for their children. Why? Because they know, in my opinion. Musty Hutch 101. Yes, that's exactly right. Just like Musty Hutch.
rule number one, at least pretend to search. At least pretend.
Pretend. Yeah.
So Nancy, it's a stressful situation and you don't know how you're going to react in that type of situation. And so to read into all these things that, oh, this must mean that because she acted this way, or it must mean this one specific thing because she didn't do a certain thing.
Don't
I mean,
say
that's
it.
a lot of speculation, and that's a very
Shut the
specific
fuck up.
conclusion that you're trying to reach on nothing other than your own opinion for the conclusion you already want to go to.
Second verse, same as the first. So, do you have children? Are you blessed enough to have children, Ben Powers?
I do.
Yeah.
Okay. And are you actually telling me if your child went missing, you would sit on your CAN watching ESPN while other people are out looking for your child? Is that what you're trying to say?
Tell him, Nancy.
I would think that I would go out, but what I would say also is I've seen a lot of different cases with a lot of different stressful, shocking,
innocent
panic situations.
No.
You never know how someone's going to react.
No. Is he's a lawyer, right? Probably. It's probably a defense attorney. Now, one of the two parents might not do a lot of speaking. That's true. But listen, a damn fish under the ocean lays its eggs and protects its eggs. Okay? A fish. A human being looks for their child. What do you say? Yeah, they're gone. So what? I'll see him in the resurrection, like Don says. You look for your kids. You look for your family. You look for your friends. Period. And you know that. Pale boy.
Sometimes they react the way you expect. Sometimes they don't. But you can't read into that a very specific conclusion either way. It's just human nature is you never know how you're going to react to stressful situations, to shocking situations. I mean, I can't read anything into her reaction other than that's how she reacted. And you can't say what the right reaction is or what the wrong reaction is. The reaction is just the reaction.
All right.
And there's not much more to it.
Okay, Ben Powers, you save that for a jury. Okay, because that's where this is headed right now after begging the public in a written plea to help find her child. Hundreds of volunteers out there, the Kentucky State Police sweating bullets trying to find this child. Let's take a look. Oh, there's the letter. Please show me Jayden. Wait till you hear what she now says happened to her little boy. And to Dr. Sue Kornbluth joining us, family expert, owner of Dr. Sue and You, and author of Building Self-Esteem in Children and Teens, Adopted or Fostered. And you can find her at drsueandyou.com. Amazing site, by the way. Dr. Sue, thank you for being with us. I'm just a trial lawyer. I'm just a JD. You are the veteran shrink. So maybe this is wrong to project, but don't you know, every juror that may end up hearing this case is going to do the same thing. I wouldn't sit on my rear end watching HGTV while one of my twins were out there, God only knows where. No. And I can project a memory when my son, my daughter, and I, they were about 2 or 3, went to a big, huge Babies R Us superstore looking for organic suntan lotion because I got shamed at the community pool for using regular suntan lotion. And I looked up and Lucy was standing there, but there was no John David. I picked her up like a football, like star quarterback, and started running through this big warehouse screaming, my baby is missing. Lock the doors. Everybody help me. Screaming his name. I felt like electricity had run through me.
It happens to everybody.
Little did I know he was playing a game with mommy and hiding on a row a few up, but I ran the other way, right? I ran toward the door thinking if somebody had him, they would leave when he was hiding the other way. So I'm projecting what I went through in those moments. Don't you think a jury would do the same thing?
Hell yes.
I absolutely do, Nancy. And what you said is a normal reaction to how a mother would feel if her child was missing.
Can we get a witness?
So, I don't know what this woman was feeling or wasn't feeling, but that note that she wrote says that she missed him and wanted everybody to go search for him. So with that in mind, maybe the jury will actually think she had some remorse, but we'll have to find out and see what happens there.
Okay, let me ask Trooper Matt Gayhart.
I don't think she did.
Thank you for being with us.
That I'm aware
What
of.
was the reaction amongst your people, Trooper Gayhart, when it was discovered that Jayden, I haven't really let myself think about it because as a mom, you tend to put yourself in those shoes, and the thought of one of my children being in a shallow grave is just too much. But I'm wondering about the troopers and the volunteers that find him, that find his little body. It had to be like a gut punch, a kick to the teeth after all you guys had been through. I mean, you did it all. The drones, the dogs, the bodies of water, the shoulder to shoulder searches for him. And then it comes to this. What was the reaction
It had to be very hard
amongst the troopers?
Nancy, the only way that I can describe it is just pure, gut wrench and devastation. Like I said, we keep so much hope alive in the search, and we're doing all these things trying to bring him home safely. And when you see the ending, it's just absolutely tragic. And as a father of young children, and majority of our guys have young children, it's just such a hard situation to do. But you have to put that aside and try to maintain professionalism and make sure that we do a thorough investigation that may make sure that we bring justice to Jayden.
Another thing, Powers, the defense attorney, such as yourself, is going to have to deal with is the fact of how many days, how many hours. I would break it down to days, to hours, to minutes.
Mm-hmm.
How long mommy sat on her rear end when she wasn't singing I Came In Like a Wrecking Ball on video.
John David is her son.
How long she sat still and said,
Nancy has twins. She has a boy and a girl, twins.
Nothing. And I'm going to put it to you like it is, Powers. and let her child's body
Yeah.
decompose
Champagne.
in the dirt. How long she sat there? What, did she have coffee in the
woods? In the woods. In a tote. Breaking his legs so he would fit. You couldn't even get him a proper sized tote, ma'am? You disgusting animal. You couldn't even get him a proper size tote. Unbelievable. Oh, thank you, Sue. Hey, Justin, I'm from Australia. Thank you. I've been loving Manu. Thank you, my dear. Appreciate you, Sue, so much. All the love to Australia. Thank you, honey. Thank you, honey. It's really unbelievable. I just knew this was evil from the get-go. But you try to listen and you try to give a little grace, but there you just can't. You cannot give it to someone who is not even willing to give it to their children or their loved one. How can you give grace to someone who didn't give it to their children? You do feel the evil, loose cannon. You do. And I believe, in my opinion, Josh should be next on the docket.
morning? Did she watch the morning shows? Did she kick back and watch a little Real Housewives? I would really be interested if she rented a movie while everybody else. That's a fun thing for you to do, Trooper, is to find out what she was doing while everyone else was searching for her child. Did she order Uber Eats or DoorDash? Did she online shop? What was she doing while you, Trooper, were out looking for her child, and more so knowing that with each minute that passed,
Mickey D's.
her baby's body was decomposing in the dirt, unprotected from the elements? You ever thought about that?
Thank
Have
you,
you
Rob.
ever thought about tracing her activities
Wendy's?
while you were out sweating bullets away from your family, looking for him, this
Yep.
sweet little boy?
Yes, and I said that the other day. I said total strangers. This community came together. EquiSearch they drove from Ohio, different places in Tennessee, Alabama, Arkansas, all of these places, giving the parents grace, and they are very much non-judgmental when they go there. They are just there to find the kids. The community came together. People prayed, cried, all of this. While she is coaching her children, the living ones, to lie for mommy and daddy. She's getting charged for it.
All that stuff has been taken into consideration, and her movements were being watched and tracked, and that's all part of the investigation, and we hope to be able to answer that in the future.
Guys, in the last hours, we learned that after begging the public to help find her child, mommy sat in her house as her child decomposed, knowing he was buried in a shallow grave. And if you can imagine it, it gets worse. We are now hearing allegations she coached her other children to lie about what happened. But when police arrive at the scene, They immediately start the search. Listen.
Upon arrival of units on scene, they immediately began a search of the immediate area, followed by a larger scale search that's been followed out in conjunction with Breathitt County Emergency Management, along with multiple search and rescue teams.
From Fox 56. Think about it. What if you could delete
Mother issues a public statement begging for her son's safe return while hiding a secret she thought would never be uncovered.
In the last hours, we're learning a lot as we go to air tonight. Tell me, Sydney Sumner, was mommy spotted at McDonald's?
Yes.
According to Facebook posts from some very
They said that Jayden had disabilities of some sort. I wonder if he got money every month, and if he did, I don't think he was diagnosed with any disabilities that I'm aware of. But if he wasn't, they was probably trying to set that up.
very angry locals who spent their time volunteering, who are familiar with this family. She was spotted at McDonald's grabbing food while others were out in the heat, in the wilderness, dealing with the bugs, going through very thick wooded.
Yeah, God forbid she, cleans the kitchen and cooks for her children, right? God forbid. I'll probably go to this trial.
Areas looking for any sign of Jayden. I mean, people were looking through piles of garbage for any clue, any sign of.
They were looking through piles of garbage at their house. Excuse me, literally piles of garbage. Mounds of clothes, good clothes, Carhartt jackets, kids' Carhartt jackets, $100 plus, sitting out in a pile of clothes. You saw it on this live stream. In this very live stream.
This missing little boy, and she's stuffing her face with a burger.
Okay, you know what? That's bringing up the horrible specter. He's raising his head like a monster. Scott Peterson, remember? Remember this, Sydney Sumner? You and I covered this together. We about fell out when a detective told us, and this was recent because it did not come in at Lacey's murder trial, Lacey and Connors. We were talking to, I think it was Brokini, you and I, and he said that when Scott Peterson was told,
yes,
we just got the DNA results from the two bodies that washed up on San Francisco Bay.
Right
and
up.
It is Lacey and Connor.
Oh, he knew.
Within 5 minutes, Scott Peterson asked if he could stop at In-N-Out for a double with cheese, a large fry, and some kind of a frosty drink. He just got told, your wife and child are dead. Those are their bodies. And he wanted a double. Whatever that is.
Yes, that's Scott Peterson, and he's still trying to get out of prison. Can you imagine? This man murdered his pregnant wife and threw her in the water, and the ocean, and she washed back up and had the baby, the natural things that happen. And he's knowing all of this. He unalived her, took her pregnant body, threw it in the ocean, and she washes up, and he's told, and he's ready for a sandwich. Yeah, that's what I thought too.
So obviously, it did not affect mommy's appetite. Another thing, Sydney Sumner, and
Most
again,
people
I'm
would think-
projecting, and Dr. Sue Kornblue is going to have a field day with this. After my fiance was murdered, I remember losing down to 89 pounds. The thought of food nauseated me. And I can still remember the first thing I consumed. I was staying at my mom and dad's, Sid, and went into the fridge and drank some orange juice. I remember that moment that I finally wanted to drink something. Now, tell me again, how did we find out? You actually found out. How did you find out mommy is chowing down at McDonald's while her son is missing and she knows he's in a shallow grave decomposing?
Jackson locals who know this family, who are familiar with Jayden from school, who have seen Felicia Gross around town, are angry. They are up and they are posting about all of the things that she did and didn't do during the search for her missing son. So someone said, oh, I saw her at McDonald's getting food while other people are out looking for her kid.
And
So
Wendy's.
people are not happy about
And
this
Walmart.
situation, and that she blatantly lied and led people to believe there was hope to bring Jayden home safely.
Well, another thing, taking Gayhart and all of his people away from their families to look for her son through the night, through the elements, walking shoulder to shoulder, coming up with everything they could while she's at McDonald's. Ben Powers, now what were you saying about how people react? There's no playbook for grief, blah, 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 blah. And now mommy's spotted with a Big Mac chowing down. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, that's still, you got to eat. She can't just stop eating
Shut up. She
completely.
can cook
So, I
at
mean, I
home.
can see how that can be
my
spun against
stars.
her.
Well,
But, I mean, there are people that do
You
stress
gotta
eat.
eat.
I mean, the same is true. I mean, you have to eat. I mean, she's got to keep living.
You're
keep
amazing.
Eating, keep going on. But,
Yeah.
I mean, that
Yeah.
doesn't.
Just like Malaya has to go to the beach, just like Malaya goes to the beach every day, right? Can't imagine. Can't imagine.
Mean anything.
You
It's a
just
hamburger.
took
Who cares?
that nasty wet hay and you spun it out into gold, Rumpelstiltskin. Dr. Sue Kornbluth, we clearly need a shrink. Okay. If mommy has taken to her bed and can't even get out of bed because of grief, I can understand that. But mommy chowing down at McDonald's
Through the
on a
drive.
Mac meal, what? That ain't gonna play with the jury, doctor.
No, it ain't.
This is infuriating, okay? She's out having a Big Mac or whatever while her child is missing. You know, Nancy, this is screaming to me, liar, liar.
Pants on
And I
fire.
don't know what is going on here, if it's mental illness or what, but I'm thinking about Anthony right now.
It's
And
evil.
not in a great way. That some of the same stuff is going on here. You know, to me, Nancy, it seems like it's a mother that doesn't want her child.
Oh, you just said something really, really smart, Dr. Sue. You just stepped on a landmine because I've got some news for you. But I want to first, hold on before I lose this thought. Trooper Matt Gayhart joining us. Trooper, I'm sure you love it when people give you suggestions for your investigation. Why don't you? And then they, fill in the blank, see a psychic, consult tarot cards, blah, blah. It
God.
goes on forever. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to go out on a limb. I wish you guys would pull the McDonald's video and just watch her demeanor. Maybe at the drive-thru.
That's a
Was
good
she
idea.
happy and cheery? What did she order? Did she start eating right then when she got the food before she could even get on the street? Did she go in? I hope she goes in so I could watch in detail.
Went to the drive.
Mommy chowing down while you're out looking for her son, which she knows his remains are in a shallow grave. So we've got the McDonald's videotape. I'm happy to get it for you. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I bet I could. And her HBO, Showtime, Netflix, Amazon usage while you're out searching. You know, she was holed up in her room with AC on, chowing down on McDonald's, watching pay-per-view. And I want to find out every single thing she watched. Just a thought. I got some more news for you. Sydney Sumner, Dr. Sue Kornbluth just said something really interesting. She didn't want a child. Okay. Can you enlighten us about what you found out about who was raising him up until 3 months ago?
3 kids, not 1.
Well, we don't know much, but we do know that Jayden's grandmother was really his primary caretaker.
God
And we
bless.
don't know much else about the home situation. Felicia Gross is married to Josh Gross, and that is Jayden's stepdad. We don't know much about Jayden's biological father, but it seems that his grandmother was his primary caretaker. And there's also siblings in this family, maybe half siblings, maybe full siblings. So it's unclear if Jayden ever really saw his mom on a regular basis before his grandmother passed away.
Now, isn't that quite the coincidence, Trooper Gayhart? Another brick in the wall. I'd be on that like white on rice. So grandma is raising the boy, just 10 years old. He's still a baby. Mommy gets him, and 3 months later, he's in a shallow grave, dead. So
Not even 3 months.
obviously, she did not want
And again, not even 3 months.
him. She gets him back.
Then don't take him. Don't take him. Give him to someone who will love him.
And then bam, he's dead. Sid, did the grandma pass away?
Actually, just
Better believe it,
recently.
girl.
And Felicia Gross also 2 years in jail. So 2 years of Jayden's life, she was actually behind bars.
What the happened?
In jail. So 2 years.
Look at her. She looks like a corpse. I don't know if she's got an abscessed tooth from the cracola, or if she got sucker punched, or if she's got the mumps, or if she's got the gonorrhea hepatoencephalitis. But something's going on there. And what happened to the other sides of her eyebrows? Respectfully. No, I'm not respecting her.
Jayden's life, she was actually behind bars on different charges called child endangerment, and then later drug and weapon charges.
Trooper Matt Gayhart. I mean, the grandma is clearly in failing health. And she gives Jayden back to mom. And within 3 months, he's dead. I mean, can you imagine the life he led before grandma took him? I mean, my grandmother, Lucy, who I named my daughter after, helped raise us while my parents worked. And it was amazing. I mean, dirt poor, but so much love. And that's what he had with his grandma.
Yep.
Then she starts going downhill and dies, but she gives the boy to mommy, and now he's dead. I mean, just the heartbreak of that. I mean, do you ever just...
I know her eyes are creepy. I put lasers in her eyes today because they're just... I didn't want people to see them like that. Just ugh. Something
sit
in them.
in your car and cry and just like, how it could have been so easily avoidable, but it wasn't.
I hate to sit and think about just such a senseless killing and such an innocent child losing his life for no reason at all, other than the fact that you don't want to take responsibility and raise your child.
Day 2 of the search for 10-year-old
Exactly.
Jayden includes an
Exactly, Mr.
extensive
Gayhart.
search of his home and the area surrounding his home. Kentucky State Police using aircraft, drones, canines, and sonar. The area searched is in the eastern part of Kentucky, about an hour and a half southeast of Lexington, in the community of Jackson in Breathitt County.
So we've utilized resources from KSP aircraft. We've used drones from multiple different sources. We've also used canines and people.
You know who he reminds me of? And I don't mean this in a mean way because I love this officer. But you know who he reminds me of? Guess. You got to guess. I got to see some guesses before. I want to see if anybody else guesses it too. No. French fried potatoes. Sling blade. Sling blade. I like them French fried taters. Mm-hmm. French fried taters with some mustard on my biscuits or whatever it was. That's who it reminds me of. I mean, looks wise, well, and voice, but I love him.
Walking on foot through the hills, searching for any type of clues or evidence where somebody may have been. We've also used sonar to check waterways in close proximity to that residence as well. We've also used FLIR, which is a great technology to search for missing people.
From our friends at WKYT.
The area surrounding the home and areas he is most familiar, searched by the best resources available. Now the family of Jayden raising money for a reward to help bring the boy home. Jayden's aunt, Samantha Bunty, launched a GoFundMe campaign to raise a cash reward. Priest Father Jim Sitchko is also offering a reward for the safe return.
Yeah. I like the way you talk, Carl. I like the way you talk, too.
Turn of Jayden.
Unfortunately, we've not been able to locate a lot of evidence suggesting that he would be close by. So, unfortunately, we're kind of at the same spot we were when we started the search.
From our friends Fox 56, and joining us is that trooper, leading the search, Trooper Matt Gayhart. I'm going to go to Dr. Thomas Coyne in just a moment, but first, Trooper Gayhart, what? Raising money to find Jayden? And mommy just sits on her thumb while money is being raised to help find Jayden. And you've even got the priest, Father Jim, offering his own money as a reward for information. And mommy sits there munching a burger. Serious?
He is a very, very good guy, Timothy. He is. He did a great, not only on this case, but he did a great job in the sheriff and the Fletcher County. He did really good. Amazing job. And he really cares.
Seriously?
Yeah, we tried literally everything to get information in this investigation. It apparent to us rather quickly that what we were doing wasn't going to work. So the community together and tried to get some funds together to get somebody to come forward with some information that would lead us to Jayden.
I would put my 2 eyes on that money.
You didn't see
because if that money goes in mommy's pocket, oh yeah, all HELL going to break loose in this studio. Guys, listen to the heartbreak that some of the troopers were going through as stated by our guest. Listen.
You think about a 10-year-old child who is, if he wandered away from the residence and is by himself walking through the forest, he's got no resources with him. So you're racing against the clock as far as getting him home safely. We must continue hope, but unfortunately at this point where we're at in the investigation, it's a race against the clock. We're essentially at kind of our last leg. We need to locate him immediately.
That sound from our friends at Fox 56, it really struck me as you're out there literally beating the bushes. You used the dogs, you used radar, you did everything you could. You organized search after search after search. And you were talking at one point how you were thinking about a 10-year-old child who's wandered away and is alone in this forest. He's got nothing with him, maybe not even shoes, nothing to drink, nothing to eat.
Thank you for being here.
Tell me about the terrain you searched, Trooper Gayhart.
Well, majority of that area is very steep, very rugged terrain. It's very overgrown with dense vegetation. So for searchers, it was really difficult to traverse that terrain. I can't imagine a 10-year-old being able to just run amok through it.
10 years old, 10 years old, out in that rough Kentucky terrain. When, if at all, did it go through your mind, Trooper, that he did not wander away?
We started having speculations around the second day of the search, which was the first full day of having all of our search and rescue crews out there.
Yeah, he could have been.
About that time where we wasn't finding any evidence suggesting that.
Yeah, listen. I mean, I don't see a 10-year-old running off with. Did he take anything? Right? Did he take anything? Did he take a flashlight? Did he take a backpack? Was he upset? Right? And he says, and I'm glad he says that, the second day, you got to give him the benefit of the doubt, because most kids that are missing, the term runaway, I don't like that term, but it's usually not foul play, right? But you should find something. You should find something. That's the main thing. You should find something. And there was just nothing for them to find.
Anybody was out there. So at that time, we started thinking maybe we're looking at a situation where we're chasing our tails here.
Regardless of the mom, there were two aunties that raised the red flag. Listen.
There's some stuff that just doesn't add up in this case. And as two aunts and mothers, we've questioned a lot of the information ourselves.
Friends, neighbors, even politicians helping search for 10-year-old Jayden in a nightmare. Two of Jayden's.
That politician we saw on court TV, he was a really good guy. Really, really good guy.
Aunts questioning information. Police were told Jayden went to bed Tuesday night but was missing Wednesday morning. Aunts Chai Sallers and Samantha Bunty say a lot of the info doesn't add up. Jayden would never venture out in the dark and climb the rugged terrain surrounding his home.
Yes, who would? And another thing that's interesting, and we've seen this in other cases, Sydney Sumner. Oh, by the way, that original sound was from our friends at WSMV4. Sydney, we've seen this in other cases where children allegedly wandered out at night and all their shoes were still in the home. And the only thing missing would be them and the PJs that they were wearing the night before. So you've got to believe this child would go out in the middle of the night without shoes, not wearing any clothes.
You know who she was talking about there, don't you? Did y'all hear that? Yeah. Let me just back that up a little bit.
Police were told Jayden went to bed Tuesday night but was missing Wednesday morning. Aunts Chai Sallers and Samantha Bunty say a lot of the info doesn't add up. Jayden would never venture out in the dark and climb the rugged terrain surrounding his home.
Yes, who would? And another thing that's interesting, and we've seen this in other cases, Sydney Sumner. Oh, by the way, that original sound was from our friends at WSMV4. Sydney, we've seen this in other cases where children allegedly wandered out at night and all their shoes were still in the home. And
do you hear that, Edgar and KK? Do you hear that? You hear that, Edgar? KK?
Something that I believe we're privy to.
You hear that? Mm-hmm.
Only thing missing would be them and the PJs that they were wearing the night before. So you've got to believe this child would go out in the middle of the night without shoes, not wearing any clothes, and wander so far away from home, didn't wake up any dogs, nothing like that, didn't set off a burglar alarm, nothing, and gets lost. in the middle of the night. That's what we were supposed to believe. I mean, that stuck to high heaven at the get-go.
Yes. And this is the thing. These parents are, you see, like Lori Vallow, she didn't say her kids ran away, right? She said they were in a safe location and she wasn't going to tell you where they were. People like Edgar and KK, in my opinion, people like Daniel and Malaya, in my opinion, they say they ran away, right? One or two, even at the same time, ran away. It's very interesting. All of these cases, they ran away, and there's no sign of them. Yes.
Not possible because that area is not visible in the footage. My ass.
I agree. Yes, thank you, Timothy, for keeping us updated. Appreciate
It
you
just
very
doesn't
much.
make sense. His aunts say that Jayden was terrified of bugs, and bugs are especially worse in the summertime.
So was Sebastian. He was, quote, fearful, end quote, of bugs, says the stepfather.
So for them to say, to be told that Jayden wandered out of the house in the middle of the night in the heat with all of the bugs that he's terrified of, they immediately knew that something wasn't right. And for Jayden to have not woken any of his siblings when he left in the overnight.
I said that too. Look, that's what, a 3-bedroom trailer? A 3-bedroom trailer? There was, what, 3 other kids there? Felicia and her man. Those kids had to share a bedroom. And they all went to bed at, what, 9 o'clock that night? Come on, come on. There's so many people in that house, in that little trailer. You can't tell me someone did not notice he wasn't in the house for 12 and a half hours, up to 12 and a half hours. Could have been an hour, but still, come on. Justin C. ICU's comment. Golden Girl. Thank you for being a friend. I don't see your comment.
Hours or in the morning, and this was a long period of time that nobody saw him. 9 o'clock at night to 9 a.m. in the morning, that's a long time for a child his age to sleep uninterrupted without making a peep. So I think people were very suspicious of mommy's story from the very beginning.
You know,
kids that are 10 years old don't normally sleep 12 and a half hours. They don't do that till they're teenagers.
To Trooper Matt Gayhart, what was mommy's story at the get-go? Did she ever mention, I just don't see him going out in that terrain. He hates bugs and mosquitoes. He wouldn't do it. Did she ever say anything like that? And then the aunties raise the alarm that this was just didn't make any sense. What was her original story, Trooper?
So reported that while they were sleeping, that the whole family went to bed or just shortly after 9 p.m. At some point during the night into the early morning hours.
Those crackheads don't go to bed at 9 unless they're nodded off. Come on now. They don't go to bed at 9 o'clock. Get real.
Jayden had left the residence and was now missing. They didn't check on that child until just a little after 9 a.m. the following morning. So you have a 12-hour gap there that we're trying to pin down exactly maybe when this
They will
child
have
left the
babies, but they go
residence.
to this stage.
So her story was he goes to sleep and she
Mine did
wakes him
too.
up, goes to
Yeah.
wake him up at 9 a.m. and he's not in his
8 to
bed.
8,
That's
they
the
would play.
story, right?
They were babies.
That's correct.
You know, another fun thing for the troopers to do would be to go in the home and see if any shoes were taken. Actually, you don't need to do that because you know how his body was found. What was he wearing, trooper, when his body was found?
That information we do not know. Just as part of the investigation, a lot of that stuff it looked into, that's taken to the medical examiner's office for analysis. So that's stuff we'll be able to answer a little further down in the investigation.
You know, Dr. Sue Kornbluth joining us, family expert.
I want to know if he's wearing his Paw Patrol pajamas.
You can find her at drsueandyou.com. See, that's something a mom would know or should know. For instance, mosquitoes never bite my son. They always bite my daughter. Always. And when she goes outside, that's something she and I think about. She would never do this. She would never go out that way and get eaten up by mosquitoes.
Yep.
I'm just thinking why it had to be the aunties that put this out there, that the story doesn't add up, that he would never do this and not the mom. And I know Ben Powers is going to say that's not hard direct evidence such as DNA or fingerprint, but it's circumstantial evidence.
Wasn't it, I think it was Lori Vallow's son that was wearing Paw Patrol.
That's very strong circumstantial evidence to me.
To me, this is a mom that doesn't know her child at all. Look, Nancy, you know what's screaming at me?
She doesn't know him. Can you imagine, like, who even knows if she even saw Jayden, like, when grandma had him and the other kids? Was it Gannon? Would lean on me. Good to see, honey. Yeah, Candace was wearing Paw Patrol as well. But grandma died. He's taken to his aunts as well, and then he's taken back to mom. This poor kid. I think JJ was, yeah.
Right now, one, she was in jail for a year for child endangerment. So we cannot just throw that out like that never happened. You know, I don't know what happened, but to me, it seems like she has the possibility of abusing her children. I want to say one thing here that a lot of people don't know this term, but it's called unwanted child filicide. And what that means is that
we have talked about filicide so many times on this channel, so many times.
You do not want your child and you want to go off and have a life of freedom. And you see your child as an object, not as a human being. And I'm just thinking to myself, this is probably what is.
Justin, Samantha was living with Mama, same trailer.
Going on right here. This is a mother that had a lot of problems, probably didn't want to be a parent. He was acting out and she had it. And perhaps she said, I'm just going to discard him now.
Then a new lead emerges. Listen.
Detectives responded to the location and initiated a search. Shortly thereafter, approximately 3 p.m., the remains of Jayden Spicer were discovered buried at the scene. The Breathitt County Coroner's Office responded and pronounced the child deceased. The remains will be transported to the medical.
What's going on with Brandy? What did I miss? What did Brandy say? Oh, Brandy. We have a Brandy and we have a gin in here. Where's the vodka? Where's Brandy at? Yes, absolutely. I still don't see what she says. Little Quentin, yeah, bless his heart.
Examiner's office in Frankfort for an autopsy. This incident has now transitioned from a missing person investigation into an active and ongoing criminal investigation. It is our top priority to protect the integrity of this investigation and seek justice for Jayden.
Congratulations.
Please join us
Randy.
on our mission to find missing people, especially children, to solve unsolved where you can justice.
That's the best thing to do.
Red light. I need to
That's from our friends at WYFF. Wow, an eerie similarity. Well, that mommy knows her sons are at the bottom of a lake in her car.
Oh, let me go back to that, because this is good.
Find missing people, especially children, to solve unsolved homicides. If you're on the go, catch us on your favorite podcast app where you can get all of our content where we, in our own way, seek justice.
Yes, ma'am. There's a lady who come up to our door, and some guy jumped into a red light with her car with her 2 kids
Do you remember her?
in it, and he took off, and she got out of the car here at our house.
And he's got the kid?
Yes, ma'am, in her car. And she's real hysterical, and I just decided I need to call the law and get them down here.
What kind of car is it? We need to know something.
We're trying to ask her now. A Mazda Protege. What color was it? A burgundy Mazda Protege.
Get them going, Pam. They got 2 kids.
To whoever
Thank you,
has my
Bless.
children,
Mimi, thank you, darling. Appreciate you.
that
very
they
much.
please,
Thank you, love.
please bring them home to
Fake as hell, this woman.
us where they belong.
Save it, Susan
Yes.
Smith. Use that in your next appeal to get out from behind bars. That's from our friends at WY.
And she's trying her damnedest to get out. She is trying her damnedest to get out. She does not deserve to step on the streets again. Not now, not ever.
FF. Wow, an eerie similarity. Well, that mommy knows her sons are at the bottom of a lake in her car, belted in their seatbelts by her. She's begging for the public to help find them and actually blames some mythic guy that comes up and carjacks them. But she's not the only parent who kills their child and then begs for people like Trooper Matt Gayhart to go find them. Listen.
Shanann, Bella, Celeste, if you're out there, just come
I just
back.
did a video on this.
If somebody has her, just
fake as shit.
Please bring her back. I need to see everybody. I need to see everybody again. This house is not complete without anybody here. Please bring her back.
My daddy is a hero.
It was fun to watch.
He helps me grow up strong. He helped me not go to. He reads me books. He ties my shoes. If you're a
Shot them in an oil drum. Oil tank.
my daddy is love you.
From our friend.
The thing about it is I always say this, you hear me say it all the time. These kids, and I've seen it during my time with foster care, these kids love their parents. They can be the biggest pieces of shit that God ever stretched a piece of skin over, these parents. And these babies love them. They are so forgiving of these kids, of their parents. They just want to be loved. They just want to be loved. And they'll make excuses for their parents. However, the parents don't extend the same grace.
Friends at Denver 7, of course, that is the devil, Chris Watts, and he says, I need to see everybody again. Well, you're not, because they're in heaven, and that is not where you're going, Watts. No, you're going to be literally on the hot seat having supper with Satan. He murdered his wife, Shanann Watts. He murdered Bella and Celeste, his little children, and forced their bodies into openings in oil tankers at Darko oil fields. And the containers were about that wide at the top. And he shoved their bodies down, ripping the skin off the baby's arms. The wife, Shanann, was pregnant. She was buried in a shallow grave and suffered coffin birth. She delivered baby Nico in the grave post-mortem. Yeah. Okay. Listen to this.
My daughter finally admitted that the baby's in the store. I need to find her. Your daughter admitted that the baby is where? The babysitter took her months ago that my daughter's been looking for. I told you my daughter was missing for a month. I just found her today, but I can't find my granddaughter. She just admitted to me that she's been trying to find her herself. There's something wrong. I found my daughter's car today, and it smells like there's been a dead body in the damn car. Okay, what is the 3-year-old's name? Kaylee, Caylee, Anthony.
That, like the current case, was the loving grandmother, Cindy Anthony. She and husband George had been taking care of Kelly all along, while tot mom Casey Anthony sat on the sofa and ate chips watching TV, pretending she had a job, even going so far as to wear the uniform from Universal. I mean, but here is tot mom herself on the phone asking for help to find her daughter that prosecutors say she killed. Listen.
You last saw her a month ago? 31 days. Some 31 days. Who has her? Do you have a name? Her name is...
Who calls 911 after 31 days? Much less, 12 and a half hours is pushing it. 31 days. And listen, she would have never called 911 if it hadn't been for Cindy. Never once. Not once. He didn't expect to get hit with it. Yeah. They are, Abigail. Thank you, honey. They really are. It makes me sick. They should have a life. How long has it been since, what year was it? Mohawk. Casey Anthony. Kaylee Anthony. 2009? 7? Something like that. Zanny the Nanny, yeah. 2008, yeah. Okay. Right. Wow. Let's see here. She should be graduated. She should be graduated. She should have walked across the stage for graduation. She should be in college right now.
It's Zenaiva Fernandez Gonzalez. Who is that? Babysitter? She's been my nanny for about 1.5 years, almost 2 years. Yeah, why are you calling now? Why didn't you call 31 days ago?
Exactly.
I've been looking for her and have gone through other resources to try to find her.
Other resources, like you're gonna say, like, oh, you really care. Yeah. Yeah. I've been looking through other resources. Who needs the cops when you got Zanny the Nanny, right? And you threw her in the back of your trunk and you buried her down the street. Evil witch. And she's free, or allegedly buried her down the street, I should say. Correction. I correct that. I'm sorry.
which was stupid.
No, she wasn't. She was slung up at her boyfriend's place, living with him and his roommates. That's sexy. That said, all the while, Kelly's body was decomposing, as were Bella and Celeste, as were Susan Smith's little boys. To Dr. Thomas Coyne, renowned chief medical examiner, District 2 Medical Examiner's Office, State of Florida, never a lack of business in Florida, a forensic pathologist, toxicologist, and neuropathologist. Dr. Coyne.
Yeah, she went to Tennessee. God forbid, heaven forbid it, that she ever has another child because she lives in Tennessee. And we know what happens in Tennessee. We know what happens in Tennessee. They don't get found. And they don't get justice. A lot of them don't get found, and a lot of them don't get justice. So might be off allegedly the hook twice.
Mommy has said, Trooper, what did she say?
Absolutely.
That Jayden died of a what? A medical emergency?
That's correct, from some sleeping medication that she had given him.
Bullshit.
A medical emergency caused by her. Okay, so translation, according to her, she OD'd him on some kind of a sleeping formula like Benadryl. I don't know what it is yet.
Did you move
so
back
the
to Florida?
medical emergency that we know of right now is mommy induced. Dr. Thomas Coyne. You know, when children pass out or they are not waking up after they've had too many meds, typically parents call 911.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We've seen this claim before. At trial, Top Mom Casey Anthony claimed that Kelly died in the pool, but instead of calling the ambulance or having a funeral, she was just put in black plastic trash bags and thrown in a swamp. Okay. See, that is just screams lie. Dr. Thomas Coyne, I need you, and I need you now. How, since his body has been decomposing, will we be able to get a COD, cause of death?
You sure hope so. It depends upon the amount of decomposition. So I'm assuming that since he was identified at the time the body.
No, I just checked. Casey Anthony is still living in Tennessee. She's living in Murfreesboro.
Body was recovered, that hopefully he has not decomposed enough to still have tissue present that, number one, may allow you to see if he had any trauma, you know, if he was asphyxiated or beaten, stabbed, what have you. But
what was the jury smoking when it came to Casey Anthony? What were they smoking? Seriously.
More importantly, with regards to toxicology, enough tissue left to test for various substances. So you can test if there's any blood or bodily fluids. You can certainly use that, but we can also go to tissue, and we just certainly have, hopefully, tissue present that would allow us to find those answers.
Okay, Dr. Coyne, I didn't want to interrupt. I didn't want to miss a word you said, but could you please break it down? When you say get tissue, what does that mean? A fingernail, a toenail, hair? Is it blood? Is it urine? And how do you get it? Is it skin? What do you mean by tissue? Do you go in and suck out a part of the liver cell? What does that mean? And how do you do it? And you also said, I know this is a compound question disallowed in court, but I think you can handle it. What do you mean by determining if he was asphyxiated or ligature strangled or bludgeoned? How do you look at the body and tell that's what happened?
So let's assume this is a normal body who just died recently. So you're going to begin with an external examination, looking at their body from head to toe, looking for signs of injury. So bruising, stab marks, lacerations, any particular injury. After the external examination is done, we proceed inward and we look at all of the body cavities, including with inside the skull, examine the brain, examine all of the organs internally, the tissues after they're reflected, and that allows us to see what injuries may be present. So if a person was strangled, you may very well see injuries on the neck, bruising on the outside of the neck, abrasions, scratch marks. As we remove the skin or reflect the skin backwards, you may see hemorrhaging in the neck muscles, fracturing of the cartilage or bones in the neck, things that suggest that there were pressure applied to the neck. You may also see soft signs like petechial hemorrhages in the face. But if the person was beaten, you may see fractures, bleeding within the head or the brain itself. So those are the findings we look for to identify injury. When a person is decomposed, it gets much more difficult because as the tissue begins to break down, fluids will travel throughout tissues. It's maybe hard to identify an injury. Also, the injury may be gone. So the person may have been stabbed, and the area that was stabbed, or a person was shot with a gun, let's say, those tissues may be gone simply due to decomposition, but also due to scavenging activity from animals and insects. With regard to toxicology, when we're doing the autopsy, we can actually access the veins on the body using needles, just like you would in a office setting to obtain blood. But once we open the body, we have access to all of their organs. We have access to the fluid in the eye. We have access to the bile in the gallbladder. And we can actually use their organ tissues themselves, for instance, the liver, the brain, the kidney, to also test for toxicology. So that's what I mean by having access to tissue and access to fluids. There's a lot of potential material.
Who, Casey Anthony? Single? Hold on one second. Let me take this down. Casey Anthony is not single. I don't know if you're talking about her, but I was just looking. This is Miss Cassandra Anthony with her guy, Tony Rhodes, seen leaving a condo in Tennessee together on September 4th, 2024. And Rhodes has been actively using a dating app, Hinge, despite his relationship with Anthony, two women told the Post. This is Tyson Rhodes with his wife and kids, has been seeing Anthony since January. Weird, huh? Wow. Poor baby. And look, she's got her little water bottle on, showing her camel toe, big bag behind her, and a ball cap. You go, Casey. Look at her here, guys. Here, I think this is this year. Anthony, once dubbed most hated mom in America, was spotted around New Hampshire. Look at here. Do you still got your tattoo? Bella Vita? Thank you, Lisa. She looks like Hose R Us. She looks like white trash. That she is. Must not fall asleep around her. Especially kids. She wanted to party.
There that we can use to hopefully find that cause of death.
Wow. Now I know why you're the chief medical examiner in District 2 Medical Examiner's Office, State of Florida. That was a lot. I was taking notes as quickly as I could. But needless to say, now I know how you get the samples. I know what you mean. And in your experience, isn't it true, Dr. Coyne, that very often if there's a ligature strangling or even a manual strangulation, you can look at the body with the naked eye and tell that's what happened. You don't have to look at the petechiae in the eye. Of course, you'd follow up with that to see if it was burst. But you can look and see the damage around the neck. You can see stab wounds. You can see blunt force trauma. I'm just curious, but you did squirt a little perfume on the pig there when you said scavenger activity. Break it down.
Sure. So, I mean, the second you
Break it
die,
down, mother
first of
chicken.
all, we are full of bacteria internally within our sinuses, our mouth, within our gut. So the second you die and your immune system is no longer active, your bacteria will begin to eat you. And if you're outside in the heat, that bacteria will grow.
Yes, the moment you die, all of the bacteria in your intestines starts leaking, and then it goes throughout your body. And it starts eating you for lunch. You're welcome.
Grow exponentially. So that's the first thing. Secondarily, you have insects all around you in the environment, especially blowflies that will land upon you, deposit eggs. Those eggs will hatch and will consume the bodily tissues and bodily fluids. But also you have other scavengers, and by that I mean birds like vultures, or you have rodents, you have other predators that may be in the area that come upon the body, smell the process of decomposition, the volatile organic substances, even in a shallow grave, and they'll go looking for that, and they may actually walk away with portions of the body. Sometimes they walk away with the portion of the body that allows you to determine the cause of death, and so you hope those processes don't occur, and if they do, it may make it difficult for you to determine how the person died.
Ben Powers, vultures, rodents, rats, taking parts of this boy's body. If they do not seek the DP, I will do a backflip.
I mean, that's pretty aggressive to go to death penalty based on what we know.
Shut the fuck up, dude. Pretty aggressive? Pretty aggressive? Rodents taking away this child? Pieces of him? Mom allegedly breaks his legs to get him into a tote that she didn't want to go to Walmart and buy a new one? Fuck you sideways, sir.
Or, I mean,
death
what we
penalty.
have
A little
is
aggressive. That's a
a
little
death
aggressive.
that we don't know the cause of death yet. You know, she does have child endangerment in her past. That could
She
be physical
admitted it.
abuse, but it could be, but she also has charges in her past for drugs and having him around drugs and using drugs around the child. And this situation.
Oh, please. Are you about to say that she had a drug habit and so I should feel sorry for her? No.
Well, her explanation so far is that she gave sleeping medicine to her son. He may have gotten into her drugs, or she may have given him a drug she shouldn't have had and freaked out and realized that's bad for her. This is a bad situation.
I
So
don't
you're
give a
using
shit. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Call 911. That's what you do. You call 911. Regardless, you call 911.
everything that happened after to try to say, oh, this is premeditated, when really it could just be a panic reaction. Plus, there is the stepfather that we haven't been talking about at all. I mean, I'm hard pressed to believe this mother alone in the dead of night drove 20 miles to the thick woods, dug a shallow grave, and got home before anyone knew she was gone by herself. I mean, there's a lot more to
Well,
this
she
story.
did coach the children to lie.
Well, I'll agree with you on that, sir. That I will agree with you on. She didn't do this by herself.
Hold on, Sydney Sumner, there may be witnesses, and I'm sure Gayhart doesn't relish the idea of questioning and interrogating little children, but that's his duty, whether he likes it or not. Isn't it true that mommy is also accused of tampering with witnesses, i.e., the siblings, telling them to lie about what happened?
Yes, she is. She is charged with tampering with witnesses for coaching Jayden's siblings on what to say to police about what happened to him. So we don't know what they saw. We don't know if they were in the car while she made this trip, if Jayden was asleep next to them in bed and didn't wake up. We don't know what these children witnessed and what she told them to not think about, or how she explained this away to them. I'm sure it's a nightmare no
I
matter
love the
what
way
it was.
you say it, Sydney. Coaching them, you mean asking them to lie? That would be my argument at trial. And I want to stress, and I can't stress it enough,
Yep.
she is
She has to
innocent
get to lie.
tonight as we go to air. She is innocent. It is the duty of the state
That is
to
true.
prove her guilt beyond a reason.
She is technically, absolutely 100% innocent in the eyes of the law. That's something we have to respect.
Reasonable doubt. Now, what Ben Powers doesn't want you to hear is the rest of that statement. To prove her guilt beyond a reasonable doubt, she is presumed innocent unless and until the state pierces the presumption of innocence with proof. Trooper Gayhart, the thought of this boy out there in the elements, and when I heard Dr. Coyne talk about rodents, rats, vultures, potentially taking peace.
You got to realize where he was found, there is a big, well, it's not big, but it's a pretty good size river right there. It's bigger than a creek. It's a river. And a lot of people fish there, even swim there. And where there is a creek, there is always rats, always. Different rodents, all of that. And they go up the hill to get, nuts and stuff where the trees are. And they go up there. She should, God, I hope she gets the death penalty.
Of his body.
Poor kid.
It's, I think I would just go jump off a cliff if I didn't have my twins to live for. About the meanness in the world.
That doesn't make sense. She said she woke up and he was gone. Well, she lied, in my opinion. Well, then when did he take the sleeping pills? No, he wasn't gone. That was the first story. Then she confessed that she allegedly gave him medicine and he had this adverse reaction. And then she freaked out. He has a Tennessee flag behind him.
And, we earlier reported you got a tip that led you to this location. Who led you to the body?
So information that we received came from Mom herself. She gave us the location of where she had taken Jayden and buried him.
Okay, Trooper Gayhart is not revealing secret facts. We found that out from other sources. So I'm sure Ben Powers, defense attorney, will want Mommy to get a gold star for leading to the body. Oh, that's not happening. I'm going to use that against her. How did she know where the body was? I guess you're going to conjure up the stepfather and say she was along for the ride.
She may very well have been. I mean, she made the initial report with the public letter asking for help finding him. I know you made a big deal about her going to McDonald's, but she does have the other children. I mean, if she's coaching them to lie, she's got to feed them, and kids like McDonald's. And you want to make a big deal about her, movies that she rented. Well, if she's renting movies that kids would watch, that shows that she's taking care of the kids that she has with her. And so then she
David.
makes the ultimate report that leads investigators to the exact site of this young boy. And so that certainly has to raise questions of what was her role, who else might be involved, what really happened here. And I think a lot of that might be answered through what I'm sure investigators are doing, which is getting search warrants for phones, for the home, and waiting on the forensics from the autopsy to come back to maybe get a more clear story. And again, I have a hard time believing that she would have done all this by herself without anyone knowing. So there's a lot more to the story.
I agree with this. I agree with that part with the defense attorney. I don't believe she was the only one. Yes, she could have called 911 and she didn't have to lie. But he's a good defense attorney. When you're on, I guess, her side, you want a good defense attorney, which he's not representing her, but he's just making an argument for Nancy's show.
But she did make the initial report, and she made the ultimate report that found her son. And it sounds like
Did she make this report right after his death? We don't know that.
between she was taking care of her other kids. And so I think that certainly colors the picture in a different way than, what you were saying about the death penalty and things like that. I think that's
yeah,
that's way
she was taking
premature.
care of her
There's a lot
children,
more
Ben
to be done.
Powers. Hey, I'll give you a cheeseburger if you lie to the cops.
Yeah,
that works, I
And
guess.
she may
in
have
your
well done
world.
that, but that might, because there's a bigger story to it with others involved.
I'm only laughing because my alternative is to cry or to just my head blow off right now. We are now learning that earlier today, Mommy makes a first appearance in court. What happened, Sid?
Felicia Gross pleaded not guilty to all of the charges against her. So she appeared in court. She was read her rights and her charges, and she said, I did not do this. And this will eventually go to a jury trial.
Yes, you're seeing video from our friends at WKYT, Mommy in court saying, what? I'm not guilty. I had nothing to do with it. Oh, I get asked online all the time, how can someone confess and then plead not guilty?
Right.
You know what? That is the way our system works.
It is.
That is how Ben Powers wins so many of his cases. The jury may never know that they confessed. They may try to get a plea deal to get the death penalty off the table. There are a million.
Yes. Mohawk, I mentioned that, or I think ICU and I was talking about that earlier. How does she get to wear fucking jewelry right now? How is, that's the first thing they take off of you when you're up in the clink. I've never been there, but I see shows. That's the first thing they take off of you. Oh, honey, boo boo, you ain't coming in here. You are not coming in here with those earrings, those diamonds, honey. There's a leave in your earrings. We're gonna pluck them out right now. How has she got jewelry on? Yeah, I noticed that right off the bat.
There is a myriad of legal loopholes, but Mommy just in court claiming not guilty. And that's her right, because right now she's innocent. Just wait and find out if a jury agrees with that. This case is ongoing.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Grace, for your presence and your everything you do for the true crime community. We now go over to WKYT.
Yes, seeing the skyline.
After going blind nearly
What the hell did I do? 1 second.
The Breathitt County Coroner's Office responded and pronounced the child deceased.
Kentucky State Police Trooper Matt Gayhart says after the department received a tip, they searched the area off Canoe Road where they found the body of 10-year-old Jayden Spicer. This is an area that Senator Brandon Smith says he helped search. He says after reading about Jayden on social media, he knew he wanted to do more.
Went to ground zero and literally started on every gravel road till it ended. Every garbage pile, every empty house.
Trooper Gayhart says now that Jayden's body has been found, this is a criminal investigation being led by Kentucky State Police detectives. Smith says he hopes this helps people to realize how helpful police tips can be to an ongoing investigation.
If you see something, don't hesitate. I mean, it can just be it could be an honest mistake, but I would report it and come forward like we saw an individual do in this case.
Kentucky State Police Trooper Matt Gayhart confirmed that Jayden Spicer's mom, Felicia Gross, was arrested and taken to Kentucky State Police detectives. Smith says he hopes this helps people to realize how helping about Jayden on social media, he knew he wanted to do more.
Went to ground zero and literally started on every gravel road till it ended. Every garbage pile, every empty house.
Trooper Gayhart says now that Jayden's body has been found, this is a criminal investigation being led by Kentucky State Police detectives. Smith says he hopes this helps people to realize how helpful police tips can be to an ongoing investigation.
If you see something,
did he find something? No, the ants won't have to. I don't think they'll have to identify him. The DNA and stuff will do that.
Don't hesitate. I mean, it can just be it could be an honest mistake, but I would report it and come forward like we saw an individual do in this case.
Kentucky State Police Trooper Matt Gayhart confirmed that Jayden Spicer's mom, Felicia Gross, was arrested and taken to Kentucky River Regional Jail in Hazard on multiple charges, including manslaughter.
I would like to assure the public that now, thanks to these guys, Jayden is now in good hands, and we're going to take care of him.
Breathitt County Commonwealth's Attorney Miranda King says the next step is to make sure there is justice for Jayden Spicer. Spicer's mother was also charged with abuse of a corpse, tampering with physical evidence, and falsely reporting an incident.
It is our top priority to protect the integrity of this investigation and seek justice for Jayden.
Jayden's body was taken to the state medical examiner's office in Frankfort for an autopsy. In Hazard, Madison Carmouche, WKYT.
That poor little baby man. So sad. Sassy, really? They made them go identify? Wow. Oh, God. Oh, God. That would be really... One second. Getting something in, guys. 1 second. Look at his hands from washing them so much. Yeah. Coburger. I hope that son of a bitch rots. Look at this. Look at this, guys. You can't wash the filth off of you. His hands are red from where he washes them. He's an obsessive washer. Look at that. I requested some stuff. I need to get in touch with them. I need to email them back. I just remembered that. Ugh. That guy, that Justin. I feel horrible. I know, Bubby. It's so bad. It's so bad. Yeah, well, the one guy smelled something. Yeah. Is that the guy that smelled something? But I was looking at this 1 second. Is today. Let me see here. Newest. Here you go. Here we go. Look at his hands already. Yeah.
Was entered for a Breathitt County mother accused of killing her 10-year-old son.
Jayden Spicer was found dead Tuesday near Canoe Road in Breathitt County. His mother, Felicia Gross, was arrested and charged with second-degree manslaughter, abuse of a corpse, and tampering with evidence and witnesses. She was in court today.
According to an arrest citation, Gross confessed to police that she gave Jayden sleep medication that she believes caused him to have a medical emergency that killed him. It goes on to say that Gross told police that she later took Jayden's body to a wooded area and buried his remains underground in a plastic tote. Community members say they were shocked and devastated when they heard the news.
You just don't think something could happen here in your hometown. But when it did, I was like, oh, wow, that's, mind-blowing to me.
Kentuckians are mourning Jayden. Last night, the community came together to hold a prayer vigil for him. His aunt.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Where was that? Crazy Buck, in the heat. You'll notice something within 8 hours. 12 to 24 hours, you're going to know. You're going to know. Within, yeah, very quickly. Very, very quickly. Hey, Miss Justice 1111. Good to see you.
Samantha Brunty and Chai Sailors work closely with state police to help during the search. They say that
24 to 72 hours, unmistakable. Very much unmistakable.
days leading up to the
If you're around close enough, it gets in your hair. You can't wear hairspray or anything like that. Like when I worked at the funeral home, I couldn't wear hairspray or anything like that.
discovery of his body were some of the hardest of their lives.
I just hope and pray that
At least
that baby
7 or 8
has
days.
his final moments of resting, and everybody can know that he is safe.
He was full of light, always smiling, and he just loved being around his family and friends, and he was a happy kid.
Jayden's aunts say their family is heartbroken right now, but add the outpouring of community support will help them and their family heal. Gross will be back in court Monday for a preliminary hearing. We expect to get detective testimony. We will continue following the latest from this investigation into Jayden's death and how the community is honoring his life. Scan the QR code you see on your screen now to get the free WKYT News app. There you'll see our latest coverage of this story and more, and get alerts sent straight to your phone.
Yes, seeing the skyline.
After going blind nearly 21 years ago, this is the moment Brent Chapman discovered he could see again through his tooth.
Looks really healthy. Looks great.
Chapman is one of 3 people who underwent tooth and eye surgery, performed by Dr. Greg Maloney and his team in Vancouver for the first time in Canada.
I feel fantastic. Vision comes back. It's a whole new world.
All 3 patients can now see to different degrees.
To watch them come back into the world is it's an incredibly rewarding feeling.
The 2-part surgery, developed in the 1960s, is a last resort for people with severe corneal blindness. It involves
What am I doing?
removing a
Sorry.
patient.
I just zoned out. Sorry, guys. I don't know what I was doing. I've never done that in 3 years. Oh my God. I was reading something. Okay. I need to go. It's time for me to end it. Are these ants on the mother side or the bio dad side? They are on, I don't know what side they're on. I just realized, well, shit, something's playing. Justin, did you see the interview that the guy did say that he... Yeah, I showed that tip, Cripple Creek Farms. I did show that tip where the guy, he did say something. There has been like 9 bodies found in the river. Yeah, I was planning on covering that. Right, Wild Angel. Exactly. He wasn't the guy who smelled it, but he was saying that if you see it. Yeah, I mean, in trigger warning, decomp, especially adults, especially big adults, you can, like, if they're out, you can smell even 1,000 yards away. The wind blows right and it's hot outside. It's ooh, yeah, bad. Her next court appearance will be in person. I know. We'll be following it. Yeah. Joe, no politics. Spray Joe, guys. Please spray Joe. Spray Joe for me, please, members. Spray Josephine. I bet they had because they said it was shallow grave and it's yeah. But because you got to see, when it gets so far down, the grave gets so far down, it's, first of all, when you're buried properly, you have a vault, and most vault, I mean, there's a lot of concrete vaults still, but most vaults today are literally a big Tupperware container, a very thick plastic that is essentially a Tupperware container. And then you have a casket, and then you have, in that casket, there's seals in the casket, and then it's locked. And then the casket goes in the vault is closed, and then the casket and the vault is closed, and then dirt. Yes, embalming changes a lot. Not everyone is embalmed, though. You don't have to be embalmed. It's not. Most places, some places it's required. Some cemeteries require it, or whatever. Some states may even require it, but yeah, Bubby, I've worked at 3 funeral homes. If the cop said shallow grave, they had to dig it up. Yeah. I don't think it was that deep, though. We'll know more, but I really don't think it was that deep. It's required here. Yeah. I mean, some places You don't even have to have a vault, but it is very much recommended, because if not, and I've seen this many times, the casket will give way, and you have to end up filling a lot more dirt in. Do I think Summer is in Morrison Cemetery? I don't think she is, in my opinion, but I think it needs checked. I think it needs checked for sure. Yeah. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate you. I'll see you guys today, this evening, sometimes. So why is there no smell when with open casket funeral? Because they are embalmed. That's why. Embalming really, 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 it depends how good you're embalmed as well. But embalming really, especially today's embalming, changes, preserves you tremendously. I have I worked at a funeral home, and we moved mausoleums, and so this these people that was in this mausoleum, they moved to a new mausoleum, and the caskets, some of the caskets were falling apart, and like some of them had been deceased 20 or 30 years almost, and some of them were in still good shape. So it really changes things. Yeah. So do they embalm you before cremation? Not usually. No. I mean, you can be if you want to be, but there's really no point. There's really no point. Really, Jilly? I did not know that. Probably because all the preservatives we eat. I did not know that, actually. Yeah, I'm going to get some rest. Came out of his mouth. Why was that when he was in the casket? That's gas. It's gas. It's very common. In fact, usually before the family comes in, we usually don't seal their mouth until one of the very last things, because there is gas. It's gas building up, so is what it is. Was Jayden's dad's last name Combs? I had his last name. I don't remember what it was. Yep. Donate your body to science. You're not going to know it anyways. Cheaper. All right, guys. Good night, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. God bless each and every one of you. Enjoy your life. That's the main thing. Enjoy your life. It's very, very quick. If you live 100 years, embrace it. Embrace it, because it is so precious. It is so precious. So, I don't think Jewish embalm, right? Jews and Muslims, generally, it depends where you're at, really. I've done both. Nope. Nope. Never seen a ghost ever. Good night, Yaya. Good night, everyone. Thank you so much. God bless. Good night.